Who's that? What are you doing here? A mayfly? I'm Brody, his second in command here. Roland's been missing ever since the assault. 2 days ago, the Vultures and Rosetta launched a joint offensive against us, and almost wiped us out. Until Roland led a charge, pushing them back. But after the battle, Roland disappeared. We didn't find a trace of him. Not even a body. Even if he'd been hit by a shell, we would have found something. But there was no trace at all. There's only one possibility. He's been captured. Why are you looking for him? Does that mean you came here from Vina Fjord? How are they doing over there? Wendy and Veronica and everyone else, I mean. That's a relief. I was afraid things might be as bad as they are here. Look, I'm sorry if I seem prickly. Roland means a lot to me. To all of us. I've been on edge since he was taken.
If we want to find Roland, we need to figure out where the prisoners are being held. I don't think Rosetta's keeping these little guys around as pets. From the looks of it, they're using them to study the effects of Chaosium. Probably using it on humans too, knowing Rosetta. Look at that. This chart is all about the effects of Chaosium on the human body. First Stardust and deviations, now Chaosium. Rosetta never runs out of toys to play with, does it?
Who's there?
Hey, this looks like some kind of key. Maybe it's connected to the prisoners being kept here. Let's hold on to it. I think it might come in handy.
Help us! We're here! Are you... Did Roland send you?
Well, I'm afraid he's not here anymore. He already escaped. Rosetta's been using us as human guinea pigs, but Roland managed to break out during one of their experiments on him.
The plan was for him to go get help. I guess that didn't happen.
Although, in a way, I think he did. You'll help us escape, won't you? Perfect. Thank you. But we've been held here for a long time. Some of us are pretty weak, and I don't think we'll be moving fast. But you know, there's a lab with a teleportation gate. When I was taken there for experiments, I saw Rosetta use it to bring in equipment. We're in no condition to fight our own way over to it. But if you clear a path to the gate, we can meet you there.
That computer might control access to the teleportation gate.
You got the gate running! Thank you.
We better get through it while we can. This thing isn't stable. Once it's been running for long enough, it'll break down and dissipate. No, I'm not totally sure, but I think it's supposed to lead right outside the facility. We'll head through first, and see you on the other side, Mayfly. Thank you again, Mayfly. We, can head back to ground on Fallen on our own. Are you still going to look for Roland? I can't say for sure, but there's one place he might be. There's a small settlement, not too far from here, called Oblivion. Those experiments took a toll on Roland, and he might have been wounded in the escape. If he was wounded, then Oblivion would be the most likely place for him to go. Hopefully you can find him there.
Didn't expect to see a mayfly out here. Good. I've been waiting for someone to come. When I got captured by Rosetta, those bastards put me through hell. But being stuck here while I recovered, unable to help, that was even worse. So, first things first. Did any of my people in Ember Strand survive the enemy assault? That's a relief. What about in the other regions? Have they managed to hold off the vultures? Well, the column's in good hands. Wendy, Veronica, Maisley, they've made me proud. I knew they would. Thank you for telling me that. It's good to hear. But now, we've got to focus on dealing with the vultures. And Rosetta. Yeah, it's my arm. Rosetta injected Chaosium into it. Sometimes the pain still gets me. I don't know. If I can still fight. If I can keep leading the column. But I know I can't stop now. Can't give up here. Listen, Mayfly, my own health isn't important. I need to protect my people. They're under threat from a new type of living machine. So, you already know something about it. That's good. Basically, it's an organic machine, unimaginably huge with a Chaosium core. It's an earth-shattering development, capable of releasing tons of energy. Even changing Nalcott's entire climate, destroying everything here. Right. I wasn't captured by accident. I knew the vultures had made a deal with Rosetta, and I needed to find out what it was. If I told Brody or the girls about my plan to get inside, they would have tried to stop me. So, that's how I ended up here. Although, as for my arm, I didn't expect that, but it doesn't matter now. Mayfly, I need your help. We've got to stop them. Come with me to Ashington. It was the hometown of the Vulture's leader, Igna. He recently burned it down. We need to understand everything we can about Igna. His weaknesses, his motivations. It could help us break through his defenses. To get to him. I'm still getting back on my feet, and I don't want to slow you down. I'll give you the coordinates, and I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Doesn't look like there's much of a settlement left to find here. I don't know what happened to this place, but whatever it was, it happened recently. The damage looks new, and that lava's still hot. We need to check the area and see if we can find any survivors.
What happened during Starfall was traumatic. But maybe, in a way, it was also useful. Even necessary. The world has changed. we don't change everything, we won't survive. We need to start using Stardust instead of trying to hide from it.
Are you nuts? Look how many people have died! As long as I'm in charge of Ashington, there'll be no deviations here. No metahumans, no nothing.
Why won't you and the other leaders listen to reason? Look at how many people here support Igna. I'd follow him anywhere. Many of us would. We don't need to stay here if you won't accept his ideas.
You see, Don? The people are on my side. And if you don't listen to us, maybe we'll leave. Or maybe we'll stay and find a way to make you listen.
How long did you think you could hide from us? That you've been changed by Stardust? Huh? No wonder you were plotting against us. Get out! And never come back.
You know, if I leave, my followers will leave with me.
Fine. They don't belong here anyway. We've had enough of Stardust and the freaks it creates.
You know, Don, you remind me of the man who raised me. He was also an inferior man. He also refused to heed my words. And he paid a price for that. You're too stupid to realize it, but Stardust has made me better. Superior. I'll go. But someday, I'll be back to show you just how superior I am.
Please, Mr. Ortiz, don't make me go back there. It's so hot and scary, and I get so hungry.
Oh no. You may have fooled the others, Igna, but you can't fool me. I know you convinced the other boys to sneak out and vandalize the front gate last night. There's still hope for the other boys, but not you. You're a little snake, and I'll break you before you can corrupt the other orphans under my care.
You'll pay for this. Not today. But in the end, you'll pay.
That's it. You've earned yourself 2 days in the shed, with no food.
I think I see a couple of people over there. Looks like one of them's Roland.
Good to see you made it. Even if we're both far too late to help. Don here is the only survivor.
Firethroat Mountain erupted. First it started spewing smoke and ash. Then rivers of lava rushed down the mountainside, destroying everything here. But right before the lava came rushing down, we could see something else. It was hard to make out through the haze, but it looked almost like a creature of some kind, rising out of Firethroat Mountain. Igna, that man's a monster. He came here, said he wanted to show me what he could do, that he'd do whatever was necessary to get his way, even if it meant destroying the world. Igna and his followers, they found the survivors, and they did terrible things. And the whole time, Igna just laughed and laughed. Igna said he was keeping me alive to bear witness. He told me some story about his childhood, then said that what he did here was only the start. Because he hates me the most. Said death was too easy for me. I'd suffer longer if I lived. If the man who raised him was still alive, then I hate to think what Igna would have done to him. Right. His trip down memory lane. He said he grew up in an orphanage. And whenever he misbehaved, the man who ran the orphanage would lock him in a shed. Until one day, Igna convinced some of the other boys to play a little prank on the man. They lured him into the shed and locked the door behind him. Then, Igna said he burned the shed to the ground. After that, nobody locked him in a shed ever again. Igna told me that was what he could do with a few boys. Now, he has an army.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time either. We should split up. I'll bring Dawn back to Oblivion, then conduct some more recon on Firethroat Fortress. Meanwhile, there's a hidden vulture research center you should head to, called Sunshroud Cave. If you can get inside, maybe you can dig up some useful intel on the vulture's plan. When you're done there, let's meet at Firethroat Fortress. It's the vulture's headquarters. It's time we stop them once and for all.
This is it. The Vulture's secret laboratory. Whatever they're researching in there. We need to find some answers.
Welcome to Sunshroud Cave, Mayfly. Have you come to join our ranks and embrace the future? If so, then you are on the right path. The path to a better world and a better life. But be warned, Mayfly. Do not cross us, for we are the chosen, and we will.
Okay, I guess they know we're here. Well, not exactly a warm welcome.
Attention! Warriors of the Lights, arm yourselves. We are under attack. Seek and destroy the enemy within. Remember, the future is now. The vultures are forever.
I don't think they appreciate what we did. Better watch your back.
I just heard about what happened here. I must say, filled with sorrow and mistaken faith to be blessed. But simply because we have been chosen, does not mean we are automatically absolved. You must fight harder for the cause. Let your fury burn hot, like Chaosium itself, ready to burst. You shall be unharmed by the flames. Every fallen warrior shall be lifted up, embraced by the Great Ones, enshrouded in glory. Now destroy that mayfly. None can prevent the return of the Great Ones. Prove your devotion by destroying their foes.
Igna sure sounds like a charming guy. Can't wait to meet him.
So, it seems Sunshroud Cave is lost. Alas, no chosen one has emerged to stop the mayfly. Those who remain alive, you may leave. Yes, I know you've done what you can, but this test was too hard, with no chance of victory. Luckily for you all, the Great Ones are merciful and kind. So flee while you can. Cherish life while you have it. But remember, a cleansing will come for all of us. We shall bow...
Sorry, he was really getting on my nerves. I had to cut the broadcast. Instead of listening to that maniac rant on, let's find whoever's in charge of this place and try to get some answers out of them.
If you came for Igna, then I'm afraid you've been wasting your time. He was never here in the first place. Yes, I suppose you do. Look, I'm a practical man. I know you killed the others because they resisted. Me, I'm a man of science. I don't want to die. I want to live. Fine. I'll tell you whatever I can. What do you want to know? He's in Firethroat Fortress. His very well-defended headquarters guarded by hundreds of vultures. But I don't know anything about military matters, so I can't tell you how to get in. Seeing how strong you are, I'm sure you'll find a way. He wants to tear down the world and cleanse it, then rebuild it anew. Of people like you. Those who don't believe in the future and the power of the Great Ones. Their arrival was the chrysalis for humanity's transformation. Igna sees humanity as corrupt and impotent. The world must be cleansed of the fallen to welcome back the Great Ones. As for us chosen, well, we shall be given our just rewards. Better than human.
We're under attack. Get in battle formation.
Ah, now this I know all about. So Chaosium is like stardust. It can induce an evolutionary response in organisms, including humans. But even Rosetta didn't realize this. You see, the odds are too low. Chaosium's chances of inducing this response are much lower than stardust, nearly zero. However, one man beat those odds. Igna, truly a chosen one, was changed by Chaosium, and he unlocked remarkable new uses for it. Did you hear his broadcast? He wasn't lying. Metahumans born from Chaosium are more powerful. Although, of course, also less mentally stable.
Someone getting tired of living?
Simply put, it's a secondary transformation of stardust. It only occurs in the north due to special environmental factors. Now, what are these special environmental factors? We still don't know yet. Like much about stardust, it remains a mystery. What we do know is that Chaosium holds immense energy, far more than stardust. At the same time, it's very unstable and highly flammable. For the majority of living entities, Chaosium is dangerous and deadly. However, it is also an extraordinary source of energy. Also, Chaosium has enabled the living machines, mechanical and organic, perfect weapons fueled by Chaosium. The impossible made possible. I will. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate your mercy. I promise, I'll change my ways and leave the vultures.
You know, it's beginning to sound like this Igna guy better find Roland. Figure out our next move.
I see you made it out of Sunshroud Cave in one piece. Whatever you found there, I think I have bigger news. I found out where Igna is. He's here at Firethroat Fortress, in a command center at the top of the mountain. This place is like a one-stop shop for the Vulture war machine. We'll need to work our way up from the bottom to get to him. Not at all. But together, I think we have a shot. There's an elevator that can take us to the upper level. Let's split up for now, then meet at the elevator. I'll give you an earpiece so we can keep in touch. This is our chance, Mayfly. Cut off the head, and the whole Vulture movement will die.
Here we are. The elevator. But where's Roland?
Nearly there. Hey, Mayfly, you're right on time. Come on, let's get this done. We're so close, I can feel Igna in our grasp. You ever get tense on missions like this? Well, I'm tense as hell. I used to pride myself that nothing could get under my skin. The perfect Special Forces soldier, the baddest of the bad. Even when the goddamn world ended, I stayed unruffled. But I'm not like that anymore. You know why? Because I have to call him now. My family. A whole lot of people who will be affected if I throw my life away. I'm proud of the girls I left in charge. I raised them myself. I know they'll do right by the column. But they're not ready to bear this burden on their own yet. Rosetta, the Vultures, they've preyed on them. My people threatened to wipe them out. So I take the fear of what could happen to them, and I use it to push myself forward. I can't stop until they're safe, which means we can't afford to fail. Alright, I think this is the maintenance level. I'm going to get off here and sabotage as much of the Vulture's facilities as I can. I don't want them using any of it to hurt my people ever again. You head to the top level and keep looking for Igna. I'll catch up.
The Vultures are extracting here. I can't even imagine what they do with all of that.
Time to prove your loyalty! Do whatever it takes to stop the Mayfly! Protect the one true leader!
These are elite Vulture guards. We must be getting close to the command center. We need to push through them and get to Igna.
So it's you, the Mayfly. You've caused me quite a bit of trouble. But there's no need for us to stay enemies. After all, you and I have both been chosen by the Great Ones. As such, we have a duty to remake this world with their help. The two of us will have a special place in that new order when it comes. And it will come. And now we have the leader of the column. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time.
Well, that makes two of us. Probably the only thing we have in common.
No, I can think of something else. You've been blessed by the touch of Chaosium as well.
What?
Yes, the Chaosium injected into your arm. Your body's reaction to it. Rosetta sent me reports on all of that. Your little plan to get captured on purpose? Well, I'll just say it was a desperate move. But I still respect you. Much as I respect our Mayfly friend. All of us here are superior. We've all been blessed by Chaosium, by Stardust. We shouldn't be struggling against each other. We should be working together. Why should either of you keep fighting what's already been ordained by powers far greater than yourselves? This fallen world will be transformed. You should take the opportunity to join me while you still can. Because soon enough, this filthy land will be burned clean.
Bullshit! You think I join you? You think I've been blessed by Chaosium? You're as crazy as everyone says. You want to see my blessing? Then come over here. I'll give you a close-up view of my Chaosium-infused fist. But you're too cowardly for that, aren't you? I'm still human. I'm proud of that. Maybe you think that makes me inferior. I don't care. I'm not like you. I'll never bow down before the Great Ones, or Stardust, or Chaosium. And I'd never make my people bow before me either!
I gave you a chance. But those who don't embrace a new way will be consumed by it.
Stay back! Damn it! We couldn't stop him. Everything we did was for nothing. And that machine is unlike anything I've seen before. Although, maybe there's still hope. Damn right we do. We can't give up because of one setback. If we don't stop Igna, he's going to use that machine of his to kill everyone in the north. Can I count on you to stay in the fight alongside us? Thank you. It won't be easy. But as long as we have you on board, then my people still have a chance. That thing's still man-made. If humans can make it, then humans can destroy it. And that's just what we're gonna do.